Okay, for this unit, we are starting our unit on researching and presenting. So of course, you will have a portfolio for this unit, and it will be a research project, something like a PowerPoint, and then you will present that in some way, okay? So there's going to be choices for doing this. We are not presenting them live in class, but you will have ways to present your presentation, okay? So researchers, they do conduct research, they record their findings, and then they show and tell what they have learned in a visual and an oral presentation. So you have to have both those pieces in your presentation, okay? So the best oral presentations communicate between the speaker and the listener, and they share the passion of that subject with their audience, okay? So whatever your presentation is about, make sure it's something that you're interested in learning about and passionate about, okay? You don't want to just pick something that was on the list of topics just because, right? Try to come up with a question that is interesting to you and that you feel some sort of passion about learning about, okay? Because you're going to need to research, you're going to collect evidence from all kinds of different sources, pull it together to answer your question. So you're going to come up with a question, okay? You will develop a question based on what you're interested in learning about, and then you're going to research that question. Then you're going to pull all of your information together, put it into a presentation, and teach your audience about that particular subject and answer that question. Okay, so that is what you'll be doing in this presentation. All right, so let's first of all look at what is research. Do you know what research is? All right, you think it's when you copy down facts from books and websites and put them all together. Not exactly. All right, so research is a learning and sharing process. You have to have both of those. Let me tell you what I mean. Well, you pick a subject you'd like to learn more about. All right, you like baseball. Great. Now, the first step is to explore your topic. Well, I can tell you how to do that. Start learning about your topic using books, websites, and videos. Okay, and don't take any notes at this time. Remember, you're only exploring at this point. The next step is to identify a specific topic. So baseball is a very big subject, so you need to narrow that down and pick just one part or one aspect to research. Okay, I can give you some suggestions. A legendary player, invention of the game, rule changes throughout history, baseball traditions, baseball stadiums, baseball around the world, the minor leagues, your favorite team. It looks like you are narrowing it down to baseball around the world. Terrific. Now, you need to create some specific research questions about your new topic. This step will take some thought though, so you need to brainstorm and really write down a bunch of questions that you have and then pick some of those. All right, so here's your questions. Where is baseball a major sport? How did it get started there? Do they have different rules than the U.S.? What U.S. players started in these countries? All right, now you're ready for step 3, which is to gather information. It's time to start taking notes. Collect facts and images to help you answer your questions. Now, a few things to remember. Take notes in your own words. Write bullet phrases, not whole sentences. Use quotation marks when copying an exact quote. And record all of your sources in a bibliography or works cited page. All right, are you done gathering your information? All right, then it's time to move on to step number 4, where you create your presentation. Now, I'm going to have different options for you to demonstrate your research. You will be able to do a slideshow, a video, an animation, or a website. Okay, those are your choices. Now, for this step, your notes are raw material that you can use to build something new. All right, let me explain with a metaphor. Okay, notes are to a research paper as lemons are to lemonade. or sand is to a sandcastle, or ingredients are to a cake. Step 5 means it's time you share what you created, and you'll need to teach your classmates about what you learned about your topic, and you'll learn about their topics. When sharing is over, it's time for step 6, which is to reflect. And you need to think about the entire research process and all the projects that came out of it. Consider these questions in your reflection. What were the easiest and hardest parts? When did you learn the most? Did your final product answer all of your research questions? What will you do differently next time? All right, and speaking of next time, remember these 6 steps to the research process and you'll be fine. Explore, identify, gather, create, share, and reflect.
Created using Powtoon.
So from the video, you can see there's several steps to this project. And so what you really want to make sure is that you are picking something that you're passionate about, like I said before, to learn more about, and you're going to teach your audience. And you will have options on how to teach your audience. Like I said, you can do it in the form of a PowerPoint or a Google slideshow. You can do a video, an animation, or a website. Okay, so those are going to be your options that you can choose one of those ways to present. But remember, you do have to present some type of oral presentation, and that will be in the requirements for the portfolio that I will be linking right below this video. I'll link it on every lesson so that you guys know what you're doing. Don't wait until the last day to get started working on this, guys. I believe you have 2 weeks or maybe even less than that. It might be something like 8 days until this is due. Well, actually, you started on the 4th, and I think it's due on the 17th maybe. So you do have a couple of weeks to work on it. So make sure you start it now. And that way you're not at the very end trying to throw it all together, because it does take time to do the research, to put together your PowerPoint, and then to actually present it. So there's many steps to this. So start now. All right, guys. Have fun with this project, though.